haven't picked up my flute in years. But my nephew Braden inspired me to do it. Played all through high school. I barely remember how to read music. Totally stopped my recording. Didn't realize I wasn't recording. Did a whole big old thing on Bandcamp. Bandcamp. Let's see what I can do here. I'm happy with that. I was never very good at the below B flat on the treble clef with my fingerings, or above an F, a high F. But I've been kind of dinking around with it for a little bit, and at first the keys were sticking. They seem to be getting better now, because the sound would just disappear all of a sudden when I was playing. Yeah, it's getting better. I think now that maybe because I've been blowing warm air through, the pads are softening up maybe, but I think I need new pads. This flute is, oh God, I gotta work backwards. I'm 40. I started playing in middle school. So what? 28 years old-ish. And I played all through high school. But it does need new pads, but it looks like pads are gonna be expensive. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. We have a piano, and before I realized I wasn't recording, I thought I wanted to learn how to play the piano because it would increase my musical theory knowledge. It's been so long since I've played. I don't really remember much about reading music. Everything I'm playing is muscle memory. Doing that is muscle memory. If I were to look at there's core notes I definitely remember. I could look at it and that's a B flat, and this is how you put your fingers. But if there's a bunch of notes that I would just need a lot of practice to reassociate what I'm looking at with the fingers. But I think I want to start playing it again because it makes me happy. The flute, as an adult, I look back on it and I realize that wind instruments, because of the breathing that you're doing, it's actually very calming on your nervous system. As a kid, I didn't realize that's what was happening. As an adult, I do realize that's what's happening. And it's a lot calmer than playing the piano. And we have had this piano for 2 years and we've barely touched it. So I'm wondering, maybe selling the piano, we actually are going to try and sell it, and then maybe putting that money towards new pads for my flute, and then reteaching myself music theory and getting a better understanding. Because when I was in high school, I feel like I was flying at the seat of my pants. I barely understood what I was doing. I really went off of hearing and sound and never really had a terribly deep understanding of it. But now as an adult, it may be interesting it's gonna be harder. I don't think learning the notes are gonna be harder again, but I think learning the fingerings associated with those notes is gonna be harder as an adult. But maybe not. Maybe if I just do 15 minutes every night, it won't be so bad. Give it a try. I I started to play. I'm going to play just this touch little thing, see if you know what it is. I'm sure you will. It started to vanish again. Hang on. I probably can't play any more of that, or YouTube's going to get real mad at me. But if you guessed Jurassic Park, you were right. Very first time I played that, I went to band camp at the beach in middle school. I must have been about to go to high school, because I was with a group of people who really knew how to play music. Like, everyone who was there wanted to be there. And when you get in a group of people who really want to be there, not just kids who are forced to take an elective, music changes. And we practiced. I was there for a week. We practiced all day. We even had a bunch of the instructors were kind of stepping in to play certain parts. One of the instructors was playing the timpani. And there's a really like iconic trumpet at the beginning. I think one of the instructors did that part. And I remember having lunch. We took like a lunch break, and then I canoed every day for like an hour, and we were back in rehearsal. And at the end of the week, we did a concert for our parents, and we were in this barn, and we had not practiced in the barn, and the barn had amazing acoustics. We were in this other building, and so the very first like blow of the trumpet and the timpani going off, like, set the entire tone. And it was like I felt like I was in a professional orchestra. It was incredible. I will never forget. I had full body chills the entire time we were playing. I wish we had a recording of it, because in my head, looking back, I was like, we were amazing. I think we were. I don't know if we were or not. Maybe I don't want to hear a recording, because you know how sometimes you go back and it changes what your memory was. So I'm just gonna like enjoy the fact maybe that I don't have a recording of it, because I want to keep thinking that we played an amazing concert and it was the best thing ever. So anyway, I'm gonna keep playing the flute. I'll check with you later. Bye.